Hello, this is Mike Johnson. I'm taking you on an inside and outside video full tour of this 2015 Thor motor coach Hurricane 34J bunkhouse with a rear king bed, full wall slide, and the rapid camp system, which I'm going to be demonstrating as I'm showing you the video. This little iPhone looking thing is the remote for the RV that operates the various features, including, for example, the slide out. So from my handheld remote I can operate the slide out, extending it out as we walk around the outside of the RV to make sure we don't bash into a tree or anything like that. We're extending the slide out. We can start and stop the generator. We can activate the leveling jacks and the awning and the lights right here from the handheld remote. So as we extend it out, I'm going to point out a few things to you. This is the 3-track system, which means the slide out has 3 tracks on it. The older versions only had 2 tracks. The 3 tracks is much better. So we've extended our full wall slide. Look how long this full length of the RV. This has LED tail lights, roof access ladder, and this thing here is a flag pole. So when you want to put your flag, whatever flag you fly, and you want to put your 30-foot flagpole on the RV, it's got the mount already. All you have to do is buy the flag and the pole if you don't already have it. This rapid camp system we were talking about, it also operates the awning. So I'm going to extend the awning. I hit the button, and this has a nice no stick awning. There's no sticks to play with. The awning extends out, power awning. It's extending out. It doesn't have the sticks, so you could drive your vehicles under here or picnic and you don't have to worry about banging your head on anything. It does have height adjustment, so there are adjustment screws where you can make it lower or higher. And while we're out here, we got an outside kitchen, which I need 2 hands. So this 34J has an outside kitchen with an outside refrigerator, outside sink right here. We got the sink, we got some water in here, and it got a macerator device so you can drain. You pump it right out. Works really cool. So outside refrigerator, outside storage drawers, so you can have your little mini bar out here. So you got your outside kitchen, outside running water, outside refrigerator. Put your cold drinks in here. This is a nice refrigerator. It runs on an inverter. Outside pantry. So your snacks. And you have a gas tap, so you can put your barbecue right out here next to your kitchen. So you can have a full outside kitchen with your little barbecue sitting here, your picnic table, your awning. And this is like an extension of your awning, so you have additional shady area to work, even if you're dry camping. It's a very nice setup. Power awning. This one got side view cameras, so there's actual cameras right in the side of the mirrors. You got a little doggy window. The little doggies like these windows because they'll lay down there and they'll look out the window. They won't block your view though. You've got a side view camera right here, so you can keep your eye on what's going on when you're driving. Big 1-piece front windshield, no center bar. And this is a Thor motor coach Hurricane. It does have LED daytime running lights right here, little light strips under the headlights. And then you have awning over the slide out. We're gonna go up on the roof in a little bit. This has the bunk beds. We're going to talk about the inside when we go inside. You have an outside shower. Your city water connection is right here. So when you're at the campground and you hook up your city water, your 50 amp power with an auto transfer switch. Now, I'm gonna explain things about RVs while I show my video. 50 amp power means you have 50 amps of land-based power to plug into to support running both air conditioners on the roof and hair dryers and things like that. Older coaches only had a 30 amp power system, and some modern coaches too. They don't, if they only have one AC, usually they'll only have 30 amp power. But that has two big roof airs and 30 amp power. Now, before we go around again, I'm going to show you the trailer hitch. So as we go down and look at this trailer hitch, this is an 8,000 pound trailer hitch. Now most motorhomes only give you a 5,000 pound or a 3,500 pound trailer hitch, but this has 8,000 pound rating right there. There's a label. If you want to pause it, you can actually connect up to an 8,000 pound trailer behind this RV with a factory mounted hitch. That's not aftermarket. This model comes with an 8,000 pound hitch for 2015, which is 3,000 pounds more than most similar RVs. And you got your outside kitchen. It is on a bigger 22,000 pound gross vehicle weight chassis to support your towing and cargo and stuff like that. And it is kind of a lightweight coach, so you can tow 8,000 pounds with it, which is quite an accomplishment. You have an outside stereo system here. You have an outside TV. So this has an outside TV. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TVs on this RV, including in the bunk beds, in the bedroom, in the front room. So you got a nice 32-inch TV out here to watch your shows at the campground. And we're obviously in the middle of a parking lot. We're picking up outside channels. And going back to some of the features of this remote, I can turn the light on. See, look, even without punching in the password, which is super easy, it's 00000. You can turn the light on from the remote. It's very nice. Now this has a lot of storage in this rig too. It's we've serviced it. It's got these roto molded compartments, and they have the lights inside. So this one goes all the way across to the other side. This roto molded plastic compartments don't rust. So when you throw some wet towels, beach towels and stuff like that, they won't rust on you. You've got outside power points right here. The tires are in good condition. Now we're going to go up on the roof, and we're going to talk about up on the roof and peek underneath before we wrap up the video. In a minute we're going to go inside the 34J. While we're showing you the outside here, I wanted to show you a couple apps that you want to know about. The Good Sam app is and I'm going to show you a couple screenshots. When you want to find a campground, you want to know where to stay and see if the campgrounds are open, just check out the Good Sam app, install it in your phone. So when you're RVing around, it's super easy to find campgrounds using your phone's GPS anywhere you go. Real quick, what I wanted to show you, it has these LED eyebrow lights on the Hurricane. They're on right now. Gives it a really modern look. That's factory on the Hurricane. They don't have, the Windsport is very similar, but the Hurricane has this. So let's go inside the 34J and have a look. It's a very nice motorhome. Actually, this is an extremely popular floor plan with its full wall slide. So I'm going to give you a quick through, and then I'm going to go into detail in every little nook and cranny. So let's start with the driver's and passenger seats. They do swivel around, and you have a desk that flips over right here, so you can put your laptop if you're the navigator. We're going to talk more about the driver's seats. We're going to go on a test drive. You got a Dream Dinette here, which I'm going to explain in a minute. A large kitchen. You've got 2 refrigerators. This is the inside fridge, and then you have the outside fridge. So 2 refrigerators. Because you have the smaller fridge here, you have a pantry right beside it, so you got a place to put your dry food. It has a place to keep that Rapid Camp remote right here. So the Rapid Camp remote unsnaps and then you carry it around. Try not to go swimming with it. This is a brand new remote. We're giving you a brand new remote here. This is a central control system for the RV and the power control for the inverter. Your bunk beds slash couch slash clothes closet is right here. We're going to talk about it in a minute. Your rear king bed, king size bed in the back. This is a nice big king size bed. You got your Bluetooth sound system here to control the speakers in the bedroom and outside. So you can sync that with your phone and then you can control the outside speakers wirelessly from outside with your phone. Additional linen closets, hanging your shirts or her shirts right there. This coach has a lot of storage. It does have storage under the bed, a nice big, there's enough storage under the bed to put several suitcases worth of clothes. So if you fly in, your suitcases will fit right underneath the bed. And then you've got your additional wardrobe and drawers. So all your clothes, folding clothes, socks and underwears and folded clothes and your hanging clothes right here. There's storage in this one behind the TV. It's got a modest sized TV in the bedroom, but it's a very nice one. And then storage behind it so you can put gadgets back there. USB charging ports right here in the bedroom, plus 110 volt outlet, and LED lights all throughout the coach. And this is a walk around king bed. If you go in some motorhomes, they only give you a queen bed and you have like this much room to squeeze by, but look at all the room. It's a lot of space to get around the bed in here. That's a big deal because you can actually use the bed. There's nothing to climb over to get into either side of the bed. So if you have to get up and use a restroom in the middle of the night, you don't have to wake up your spouse. And because it is a king bed, there's actually, you got room if you had to have one of your kids sleep in the bed with you. The young ones usually. A lot of storage right here. You got a TV. This is a TV for the bunk beds. Speaking of bunk beds, let's open up the bunk bed compartment here. Now we've gone all through this motorhome. So these bunk mattresses are brand new, never slept on material. We had this redone. That's why if you look at others, it's a little different color, but this has been redone. So this is, your kids aren't sleeping on somebody else's germs. This is all redone. Now this TV here can unsnap and mount here if you want. Most people who've had these motorhomes keep the TV right here. And then both kids could watch on one TV, but the lower TV, the lower bunk has its own TV, so whoever's down there can have their own TV with a video player. And underneath the bunk are these drawers. So you have storage, so their kid stuff can go in there. And there's an additional storage right here on the end of the bunk that lifts up. It has storage underneath. This lifts up. It has storage underneath as well. The TV remote is right here. So now this turns into a closet. All right, this bunk lifts up and then goes down, and this becomes a couch, so you can use it as a sofa or a closet, hanging clothes in here. So if you don't have kids to put in the bunk, you can put your clothes here. So this is the grandpa special, bringing the grandkids, or if your kids are older and they're gonna grow up and then you still want to use the RV, you have extra storage space without the kids. So that's how this works. Now I did that with one hand. I'm gonna put it back into a bunk. but I need 2 hands for that. So to put it from a couch back into or a closet back into a bed, you lift it up, and these little pads that it sits on have to be flipped down, and then it's a bed again. It comes with a ladder for this bunk, but so you have a bunk, you have a king right there. You could sleep 2, maybe even 3. I won't ask. So 4 or 5, 4 maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 9, maybe 10 people. This is electric bunk over the front seats. Let's put it down. There's a control right here. They have a safety pin, but this bunk lowers down to the top of the seats there, and it has a brand new mattress that we made for the I've got a light up here, and this is a brand new mattress that we had made so you could sleep up here, so someone can sleep up here, 2 people maybe, 3 short people. So there's a lot of places to sleep, so this is not wasted space when everybody's sleeping. And then it's pretty nice place to rest up here. When they're not sleeping up here, then you can enjoy the seats here. You have a table that goes between the seats. Let's set up the table, and we'll put this bed back up. But this is nice and thick. See, from the factory they only give you an air mattress to put up here, and the air mattress, you know, it's okay, but we put this mattress up here for you. They got their AC vents right here blasting cool air, so they can close these if they're too cold, open them up. We're running both ACs right now. You have the books and manuals are present for this coach. You got speakers right here over the sofa, and when you're sitting on the sofa, you can hook up your video game console to the TV over there. So the front bunk has its own ladder to get up there. There's 2 ladders that come with the coach. This is the front bunk ladder, and then you got the rear bunk ladder. Now you got a 40-inch HD TV over the dinette, and that's because when you're convincing all your family, let's go on an RV trip, and they want to play their gizmos, they can sit here. 3 people can sit on this couch and play their gizmos on the 40-inch TV as you're driving, and then when mom or dad say, hey, look out the front window, there it is right there. It's easier to see out when you want to drive with the bed in the up position, not the down position. Cannot drive it with it in the down position. Not possible. So the front bed has to be put away for driving, and then they can play video games or watch movies on the big old TV over here, or open the window and look out the window if it's scenic outside. But if you're taking an RV trip through the middle of Kansas and all you got is farmers' fields out there, or Fresno for that matter, you know, the TV is pretty handy for traversing the distances. And all this upholstery is in brand new condition. There's no imperfections. We had this redone, so the upholstery has been redone for you. So it's perfect condition. Nice. And then this folds out and turns into a bed. We'll do that in a minute. So your drivers and passenger seats have been redone for you with this marine grade ultra leather waterproof material. So if you jump in here with your wet swimsuits on, you're not going to mess it up. It's like nobody ever sat here before because it's fully redone. Well, let's talk about the dash before we do the bed there. You've got an in-dash navigation screen here, but you've got the latest maps because the maps are coming from your smartphone. This is iPhone 8. You just plug in your phone to the display here, and it projects it right onto the screen. So you say, "Hey Siri, navigate me to the Queen Mary."
Getting directions to the Queen Mary.
And then notice it's right there on the screen. And to take full advantage of the screen, you just turn it sideways.
Starting route to the Queen Mary.
There you go. It's all right there. The dash AC works great. The generator starts and stops.
East on Willowbrook Road, then turn left onto Fairford Street.
I'm going to take you for a little test drive of this RV real quick, and then we'll go on to the other features. So taking you on a little test drive of this Thor Hurricane. It's a very nice RV, and we're taking you on a little test drive around the neighborhood here. I've got these wide convex towing mirrors and my side view cameras, and this has the navigation system up on the dash here. So the navigation is getting details from my smartphone, which is plugged in with the cable there. So
turn right onto Berkshire Drive, then turn right.
So it's navigating us through the stereo with on-dash, in-dash navigation. Side view camera.
Turn right onto Castle Rock Road.
I'm enjoying my mirrors here. So we're going to make a right turn. And then as we drive up the street here, this has the Ford V10 transmission.
Turn left onto Galena Street.
And it's got a 5-speed automatic transmission with tow haul mode. And I'm going to talk about tow haul mode while I'm driving. There's a little button here on the steering wheel. Tow haul mode right there turns on or off. It shows on the dash instrument panel when it's on. And what that does, if you turn on tow haul mode, you really want to use that whenever you're in the mountains. So when you're going up or coming down a mountain, it affects the way the transmission will downshift. It'll make your brakes last a lot longer by using the engine to downshift down the hill. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around this little bend and back down a cul-de-sac. There's a cul-de-sac right here. But instead of going forward down the cul-de-sac, we're going to back down this cul-de-sac. So I'm going to pull up to the curb here using my mirror and my side view camera. I shifted into reverse, checking my mirrors. And then I'm backing this motorhome carefully down this cul-de-sac. Watching for traffic that might come out, but I have great visibility from the driver's seat, so I can safely back it down this cul-de-sac. I'm watching the mirrors and my backup camera, scanning the mirrors, making sure I have clearance for these vehicles on the side here. I got my doggy window down there I can look out to. So we're able to fully drive it backwards and not hit these cars. See how close we are to the cars? But we didn't hit the cars. So we're able to maneuver down the cul-de-sac without any difficulty. Very easy to drive. Now if you're towing your 8,000 pound trailer back there, it'll be a little bit trickier, but you have that backup camera to help you and the mirrors, so you can still do it. A lot easier to drive one of these big Class A motorhomes than it is to pull a trailer, a fifth wheel trailer, or a tow behind your car or something. It's much more convenient too, because you don't have to unhook and hook up and unhook and all that. We're going to go down the next street. So with with our CarPlay navigation feature, it doesn't matter if you have an iPhone or an Android and you use your phone's navigation and it appears right on the screen. So you could just look at your radio screen and see where you're going. Super convenient. That's a factory option on this RV, having that navigation feature. I think that's going to wrap it up for the test drive portion. Now that we completed our test drive, I will point out this does have cruise control and a tilt wheel. The cruise control does work. I forgot to show you how many miles on it. Current odometer reading is 16,956 miles on the odometer right there. Now if you're looking at this video on your little phone, don't look at it on your phone. Go put it on your giant TV in your living room and watch it on the living room TV so that you can really enjoy the video. Because this is in HD, so if you have that 70-inch TV or 55-inch TV in your living room with YouTube, go log in and type in the code for this video, or search for my YouTube channel, My Best Car Com, and this is one of the newest videos that I've uploaded as of May 2020. So you got various switches. You've got dash fans up here. So this little switch turns on your dash fan. These fans are up on the windshield there. That's really helpful if you're driving this in the wintertime because it helps defrost the windows. Because when it's icy cold, 17 degrees outside and snowing, those fans really help in defrosting and keeping it warm in here. But in the summertime, maybe it just blows the AC around, which helps keep it cool. So you got a nice stereo system, and this works with the backup camera and the side view cameras. Color side view camera. That's left signal is on and left side view. Right side view camera's on. So it makes it super easy to drive. I already showed you the mirrors and I already showed you the side view cameras backed out of the cul-de-sac. So you've got cup holders here. You've got electronic leveling, which works with the rapid cam system. The little handheld remote will level the coach. And you've got a brand new control pad. We put in a brand new control pad for you. The old one had some issues with the buttons responding to pushing. So this is a brand new control pad, state-of-the-art 2020 for your leveling jacks. So you shouldn't have any problems. And you can control them from here, or you can control it from the handheld remote. So you can go outside and look and make sure you're leveling properly. Power mirrors, heated mirrors, and 12-volt power outlets. This is a microphone for your hands-free Bluetooth. So when you're making phone calls, you can sync your phone to the radio and make Bluetooth phone calls. It actually has a DVD player right here on the screen, and then of course you have different modes. You can change it to camera view or radio view, different features. The radio sounds good. But see, since we've got the phone plugged in, if you have music on your phone, you can stream that. So when you're driving through the middle of Kansas where there's not very many radio stations, you can listen to iHeartRadio or whatever. Just keep it plugged in and it works really good. Or you can do it by Bluetooth as well, so it works like a hand-free remote control. But this way the phone is charging. I'm going to remind you how nice these seats are. If you've been looking for used motorhomes because you want to save $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 versus buying a new one, you might notice that a lot of the seats get like leprosy, where they disintegrate. That's because they use this ultra leather stuff that disintegrates if it's left in the sun. We've already replaced this with all brand new material, and it's been done by a professional upholstery shop. If you were to pay to have this done, it would probably cost you about $6,000 or $7,000 to have this redone like this, unless you have a good guy like I do. And it's a very well done, so it's very comfortable. and you don't have to worry about that expense. Just buy this one instead while it's still available. Let's talk about the kitchen and the bathroom. Now this has a 3-burner cooktop. It folds in half, so this doubles as a backsplash, but you do have a backsplash back here. A nice backsplash that's easy to clean. This is not the simple foil paper stuff that they use in some of them. This is a nice backsplash. It's got an LED light under the countertop. It's got a very nice kitchen faucet here. We've had this whole RV professionally cleaned, and this is a nice drop down spray and rinse double bowl sink. You've got your frameless windows, so when you're going to cook, you just open the window right here so the fresh air will come in, and then you open this one right here, which is this fantastic fan, or you've got that clear view of the sky, but it's a weatherproof vent cover, so even if it's raining or the wind is blowing 80 miles an hour outside, this gusting, it's okay. Open this vent, and this is a multi-speed fan. This fan has a brand new fan blade, brand new motor, brand new speed controller. Just turn it on. 1 speed, 2 speed, 3 speed, 4 speed. So with this fan on 4 and that window open, all your cooking fumes will go straight out the top like a chimney. And then you can light your burners and cook away here. We're ready to start cooking. Now normally for practical purposes you probably only need to use 1 or 2 of these burners at the most, usually 1 maybe, but you have a lot of counter space behind in this configuration, and then you have this counter space plus sink covers to enhance that. Thor Motor Coach really likes this floor plan. Now this owner also added a wine glass rack underneath the counter here, so that seems to be pretty good. It'll support your wine glasses. Big drawers to put all your stuff in. Look, they're clean and they're deep. It doesn't have frying pan scratches and stuff in these drawers. They're in nice condition. A deep storage over here. We've got some boxes in there right now. There's a Pepsi box to give you an idea how much size it is, and that's access to your water heater for winterizing and things like that. There is storage underneath the sofas here, like you can store cases of beer, bottled water, whatever underneath the sofa. The tops will come off and you can put stuff under there. And I already showed you the pantry. I've got this thing full of water right now and soda, so it works. Look, there's ice in there, there's food in there. Just for demonstration purposes, we put food in here so you could see it's nice and cold. And there's additional storage for big pots, pans, coffee machines, rice cookers and stuff would fit overhead. It's all nice and clean. It's not banged up and chipped up. The floor is solid. And look at how much room you have to move around. There's additional storage here, but maybe that's for the video games and stuff like that. Let's go to the bathroom. This protects the door from damage. As we open this up, we have an enhanced towel rack, which is much nicer than the original one that the RV came with. So you can hang 4 towels in here instead of 2 over these pylons. And they added these racks for your soaps and additional towel racks. Plus you have storage in here. We got a brand new shower head in here that we put in. I like these shower heads. If you have seen my videos, then with just turning the water on a quarter turn or an eighth of a turn, it's got different spray patterns. So that's like a comfy shower. This is a higher pressure. So you got good pressure, so but you don't use very much water. So you run your water here and take your shower. Just take your shower in there, and you have a lot of room, and you have the skylight overhead for additional head clearance. This owner put a stainless steel, I'm gonna guess that that's a toothbrush holder, but it's got a shelves right here so you can put your soaps and things in here. It's been professionally cleaned by a housekeeping service. The toilet is porcelain toilet. It's not a plastic toilet. It's a porcelain toilet. The sinks and faucets all work really good. And we're only on water pump right now. We're dry camped here. We have power. There's another toothbrush rack over here that they put. Medicine cabinet storage. You got another fantastic fan right here in your bathroom with a weatherproof vent cover. I'm going to close this so we don't get wind noise on the camera. But you turn this puppy on, there will be no fumes from the toilet going to the coach when this fan is running. So you turn this as a high power exhaust fan, leave a window open, it'll exhaust everything right out of the coach. Works really good. Storage up there. I'm even throwing in a mop and a broom with the coach. These are brand new that I bought just for this RV. While we're in the area, we're going to go over the little devices here. Now this has an AC to DC to AC power inverter. So when I turn this on, I'm going to take a minute to explain this. This is important. This is a really cool device that this has. So if you go in the middle of the desert to ride your dune buggies and ATVs, if you want to watch TV, you don't need the generator running. To charge your gizmos or run the outside refrigerator or the inside, you don't need the generator running. You're not going to make noise and burn fuel. This has an inverter. This powers the outside refrigerator when it's not plugged into anything else. But this also powers the inside TVs. So it has a circuit to the TVs and a circuit to the outside refrigerator and a couple other places, so you could plug in your gizmos. And you'll have 110 volt power off the grid when you're dry camping, or also, for example, when you're driving down the road. I mentioned a few minutes ago, you're sitting on the couch playing your video games. Well, if you plug in the video game behind the television, you have inverter power, so you don't need to run the generator to watch TV and play video games. So both fridge will be running, no use of generator and not plugged in. That's a really nice feature. There is an additional plug right here. So you have to see which plugs have inverter power when the inverter is on. And it's a 1,000-watt unit. So it has 1,000 watts, plenty of power to run video game consoles and TVs and things like that. Maybe not a hairdryer. If you have a 1,500 watt hairdryer, that's not going to do it. So it's not for like things like a hairdryer, but for not having to use a generator, this is extremely good design. Over here's your level test. Let's start the generator while we're at it and see how many hours are on it. Generator starts on the first try, and it has 359.3 hours. I've had these with 4,000 hours on the generator before, on those Cummins 5500s. It's very low hours, only 359 hours on the generator. I'm going to shut it back off. And you got your level test, so that's propane level, battery level. All the batteries in this coach, the house batteries and the engine batteries, are brand new. Fresh tank, fresh water is 2/3 full, and this has a quick fill, so you can fill it easily in mere moments with the garden hose. I like that feature. Black tank, gray tank, heated water tanks. So if you're going to go to freezing conditions, you turn these on, and that keeps your tank valves from freezing. Fresh water pump. Additional tank heaters for black and gray for your water heater. Let's see. This is the water heater and this is the tank heaters. Got that backwards. So this heats your black and gray tank and valves, and this is your hot water. So here's the thing. I'm going to talk about the water heaters. With LP gas water heater, you turn that on and it heats the water using propane. With a 110 on, it heats it with AC power, so either from the generator or from campground power. So when you're at the campground, you can take extended showers using 110 volt power and save your propane. So dual water heating capability. So when they're both on, it's almost like instant hot water heat. This is the front air conditioner and this is your ceiling lights. People like to know how to use the coach after they buy it, so I'm also making this for you to see what you're buying, and once you've bought it, I'll keep the video going so you can figure out how to use it if you forget. This is rear AC control, and we're running both ACs right now on shore power. There's storage, a little place to set your cups, your wallet, or whatever else you want to put up there, your gun, stash it right there. A tri-level cubby area here, so very convenient. A little desk area right there, mirrors to make it look bigger, and when the kids go to sleep, you can tuck them away, close a couple of the cabinet doors here. It's very convenient. While we're talking about the gizmos, before I forget, I'm going to show you again indoors the rapid camp system. I punch in the password. So these are the features it controls: the outside light, the leveling jacks, so you can actually auto level the coach using the handheld remote. It works. This is a brand new remote that I bought. You can start and stop the generator. You can open and close the awning. Go to the next page, and then the main slide out. So you can operate the slide out from here or from the remote. We're not going to move it right now, but it works perfectly, and it's got a nice place to keep the remote. And there's a charger in the cabinet to keep your remote charged. It charges like an iPhone, but the battery lasts a really long time in the remote. Right here underneath the bed, those little black things, those are your fuse boxes and circuit breakers. But you also have power outlets right here, so you can plug in your chargers. You've got a power outlet right here, so you can charge your phone. There's another one on the other side of the bed. I don't have to show you everything, but there's additional charging ports right here. 110 volt and USB chargers. Super convenient. Let's show you how this dinette, which is a dream dinette, turns into a sleeping position. These cushions have been redone for you. These Velcro into position, and again, there is storage underneath here. Underneath the dinette is a little lock lever, and you unlock the dinette. You get on top, you push dead center gently down, and then it engages right here. And then you just set your cushions on top, and then that turns into a bed. Only takes a couple seconds to do it, and somebody can sleep there and watch TV. Now this one turns into a bed as well, but it requires putting an air mattress on top, and it does have a storage drawer underneath. So you've got a plastic lined storage drawer under here that you can keep the air mattress in, or if you don't need the air mattress, you can use it for storing your gadgets. And so you just grab this with one hand, it swings out, and then I'm going to put the phone down. It opens up like so, then the legs go down to support the outside end, and you put an air mattress on top. So if you need to use this extra sleep space, you have to inflate an air mattress to sit on top of it. That's how this works. The air mattress is inflating by being plugged in to a power outlet, either off the inverter or generator or shore power. And then it has a pump built in, so it's inflating by itself, like your emergency slide on an aircraft. Something like that. No blowing on your own part. You just turn it on and fill it up, and then it turns into a bed. So with this bed made, let's see how many people you think we could fit here. I would say this is a safe bet for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, no problem. If you want to really cram them in here, then 9 or 10. You do have enough room that someone could sleep on an air mattress on the floor if you really want to push it. But 8 is no problem. 8 adult-sized people, you could fit them in here. But it's going to be cramped in a little bit. But you could do it. If you want to really cram them in, maybe 9. I could see 9. I could even see 10. But 11 would probably be overkill. The bottom line is you have a lot of options that if push comes to shove. I mean, you can always put tents outside if you have more people. You know, you're the owner of the RV. You don't want to be the scout leader. You just bring your family members along, and if weather doesn't permit them to sleep outside in tents and you have that many people, they could come in here and you can make arrangements and accommodations. It'll work. Very nice RV. I like this floor plan. I personally drove this one from Texas to Colorado to Nevada to California. I took a long way home. And so we're about wrapped up on the inside here, so we're going to go outside and show you the roof and then wrap up the video. To look at the roof of this Thor Hurricane 34J. We've upgraded a few things. It's really in good shape. You have the full wall slide out with an awning covering it. The awning keeps off rain, sun, wind, dirt, debris. Maybe not the wind, but it keeps off the sun. It keeps off the rain, so you don't get rain and dirt and stuff on top of your slide out. When you go in the fall and you park under the trees, they call it fall for a reason. All the leaves fall out of the trees. When they land on top of the awning, then when you put the slide in, they just roll off the side. Or if you're in the snow just rolls off the side. Over here you have your main shade patio awning. And we did some upgrades. We put these translucent weatherproof vent covers over your roof vents. These are the nicer ones. They still let light in through your weatherproof vents and keep it nice and bright. Now you have a sunroof. The roof has been touched up to make sure it doesn't leak. We applied new sealant over the entire roof area to make sure that there's no leaks up here. These are your high-powered roof air conditioning units, and they have some water tracks to keep it from pouring on the awning to protect it. It's nice up here. Your antenna's been replaced. It's got a brand new radio antenna. So this RV has been fully serviced. It's ready to go, ready for the campground. So we're taking a look underneath the 34J bunkhouse. To looking right here, this is your gas quick connect for your outside barbecue. Take a look at the tire treads, nice and thick. I get a lot of questions, how long are the tires good for? RV tires will last from 6 to 10 years to safely convey the RV. So I have tire experience working for Goodyear and Firestone for the corporate, and you can get up to 10 years life out of these tires of reliable use. But before each trip, you want to check the treads and make sure there's no cracks in the treads. Check the sidewalls and make sure there's no cracks in the sidewalls. And you want to check your air pressures. So these have these easy access tire valves. So you want to make sure there's about 80 psi of pressure. When I randomly buy these RVs, I get them with 60 or 50 pounds of air in the tire sometimes. And if the tires are that low, they can overheat and cause tire failures. You don't want to have tire failures. And maintaining the proper pressure, what is printed near the driver's seat, is what you should have in the vehicle. Front tires are good as well. 11 jacks, and it has an 80-gallon fuel tank. I want to thank you for watching the video tour of this Thor Motor Coach 34J. This is my website right here, mybestcar.com. Check my website, see if it's still available. The company name is A Buyer's Choice, and the website is mybestcar.com. And my name is Mike Johnson. If it is available, call to reserve it before somebody else buys it. My name is Mike Johnson, 951-681-2101. Thank you.